made up person who doesn't exist. That's how your brain thinks of it. Still a work in progress, but it's a work in progress. It's not something I need to constantly work on. I also am horrified of resin. So you know what's a fun thing to think about? The fact that after September, we have October, November, and December before 2026. That means we have 3 months to reach all of our goals we had for 2025. One of the first videos I ever posted on this channel was actually setting up my Hobonichi 2025 planner. And while I was pretty good at first, I immediately stopped using it after like May. Because of course I did. In the new year that's coming, I just went back to thinking about what I actually wanted to achieve in 2025. I made a whole video dedicated to this, and yet I feel like I almost lost my goal. Luckily, it's not 2026 yet. I actually have 3 months left until then. 3 months to change my life. Let's work on that together. There are 2 key things I want to note here that's going to make this process a lot easier for anyone that might be doing it. First thing is knowing it's okay to quit. Quitting does not equal failure. Quitting means that you've looked at it and realized, hey, this no longer serves me. Therefore, I'm going to now stop doing that task to take on something that is actually going to fulfill my life and add to my life rather than take away from new opportunities. Second thing is knowing what would 2026 me celebrate doing. This 2026 me, my brain is treating it like someone that doesn't exist yet. That's how your brain thinks about who you are when you're making New Year goals. You treat as if not a family member, not a friend, just a made-up person who doesn't exist. That's how your brain thinks of it. And so it's really hard to work on your goals and who you want to be when your brain doesn't even take that imaginary version of yourself seriously. So you need to put yourself in your future you's shoes. Whoever you are, your goal you, what would they be doing, or what would they want you right now to be doing so they can exist? That's what I'm going to focus on. Now, reality is, the first thing I'm going to do is look at my goals and figure out what I've already achieved or what I already feel comfortable with. For example, my setup. I feel pretty comfortable with my setup. It's still a work in progress, but it's a work in progress. It's not something I need to constantly work on. I'm also going to add to this list soup. I already made soup. I wasn't really good at making soup. I still love eating it at other places. But I did try, and that's honestly completely what my goal was. I just wanted to try and make soup. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. I think I'm doing a pretty good job as a dog mom. We go to cafes together. He gets groomed every month. We play ball all the time. We go on walks every morning. I think we've been pretty good on that end, so I'm pretty confident that I'm a good dog mom. And weird enough, I don't know if I really explained it in my first video, but do you see these pictures here of just like people splashing around, reading, doing cartwheels, looking at storybooks? When I look at those pictures, get the sense of just overall joy, getting myself out there, and honestly, making new friends. And I did that. already, which is kind of insane because when I made this, I had no idea that was even a possibility in my life. I really didn't think it was. But I went to art markets. That was the joy, the excitement, just getting myself out there. And through my markets, I've made some really wonderful friends that I think are going to be my lifelong friends. And it's just really nice to know that something I really, really wanted came true. Seriously, I think one of the best things you can do after you made a vision board is look back at it just to know that what you wanted so badly, you actually achieved it. And to just take a moment to be really excited about that. So these are all things I achieved, which actually is way more than I thought when I first looked at this. This is awesome. Let's take a look at what I want to quit. So when I first made this, I really wanted to get into polymer clay. I was really inspired by uncomfy, and honestly, I still love polymer clay items. I just suck at it. I also am horrified of resin. So I'm going to call it quits on polymer clay items. I tried it and I did have fun and I learned a lot through trying it. However, I don't foresee it adding more to my life at this point. I actually discovered after making this thing that I loved crochet and I love crochet items. I literally have an entire yarn wall now. So I already know when I get to number 2 what would 2026 me want to celebrate. Don't worry, that polymer clay craft is getting replaced by a crochet craft. I figured out what I actually enjoy doing. I'm also going to cross out this cross stitch image here, because while I still do love cross stitch and I'll always have a very gentle spot in my heart for it, I don't foresee it needing to be something that's on my vision board because it's not really a goal I have to attain. I'm going to keep cross stitch as something that's more of a hobby, something fun that I can do for myself if I want to. Kind of like polymer clay. I can still do polymer clay if I want to. I probably won't. I'm not that good at it. But I probably will do some cross stitch in the future just because I do enjoy doing that, but I'll do it just for me. That's going to be a personal hobby of mine, not a 2025. I need to achieve that goal. Now we have what would I celebrate? What would 2026 me celebrate? And the only thing left on here are my images relating to Mr. Pudgy. I did start a webcomic for Mr. Pudgy and it's actually gone on a hiatus because I started doing schoolwork and also I lost my Apple Pencil. Like I have no idea where that thing is and I'm too stubborn to buy another one. So all my art stuff has gone like on pause since. Because I cannot find my Apple Pencil and I think I don't need it. And what I mean by that is I shouldn't just not create just because I don't have one of my art supplies. Like I get it, it's very important for a digital artist, but I can draw on paper. I have a sketchbook and I also like how my sketchy physical drawings are. And I am fully allowed to upload that and to start building a book based on that. And reality is, if I keep drawing my sketches, I'm either one, gonna really get that motivation to find my Apple Pencil so I can make really cute drawings digitally, or two, finally have the motivation and what's the right word? The sense that I should buy a new Apple Pencil, that this is truly something I would like to do. And it's not just another hobby that I'm not gonna care about in 2 weeks. I will say though that there's gonna be a little bit of a change, because I have a very specific idea for Mr. Pudgy and it keeps growing as I grow. So I don't feel like it's the right time to bring Mr. Pudgy truly to life how I want to. But I do want to work on a children's book. I still have that desire to make a cute character, to make a children's book, and I actually have a little idea for making a cat book. It's going to be a little black cat. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy that one. Now I've looked at all of my previous pictures that showed what my goals were, and honestly, I achieved a lot of them, and I tried, and I figured out I don't want to dedicate more time to some of them, and I have a new idea for one of them. Weirdly enough, I have more goals than just making a children's book, so let me add to it. When it comes to 2026, I actually have 3 main goals. I want to work on my cat book. I want to launch my Shopify. And I want to host a live crochet market. And of course, some things I still want to have in there is spending time with friends, loving my partner, and loving my pets. And also loving my space. When 2026 comes, I want to publish my first children's book. I want to have my Shopify launched and working, and I also want to have hosted at least one live crochet market. And of course, I always want to spend more time with my friends, love my partner, love my pets, and love my space. I think that's just a good goal to always have all the time. So now that I have that figured out, let's go ahead and replace this old vision board with something new. Welcome to my sweet goodbye to 2025 vision board. Again, I have all my other things I talked about where I want to ensure that I keep my friendships alive, I'm loving my partner, but of course I have my main ones, which have little check boxes. I'm gonna handle my Shopify, I'm gonna do a live market, and I'm gonna get my cat book published. This video is actually coming out a little late for you guys. I'm finishing recording this at 6, so maybe I'll be able to upload it about 7. Yeah. I look forward to having an even better video for you guys sometime soon. You want to say goodbye, Gracie? Yeah. Oh. You can come say goodbye, Gracie. And with that, we will say our goodbye. Bye, guys!